I've seen videos of ants doing absolutely insane things to survive. Like this one, where they built a raft out of their own bodies to survive a flood. So I was wondering if I put my ants into obstacle courses, will they do the same things? Or are my ants just not that smart? I've got 1,000 red harvester ants in this sand nest. These guys have been living here for a few months now. They've already built this crazy tunnel system on their own. But that's basically just what ants do. I built 4 obstacles that get harder and harder. Let's see if these guys can actually beat them. Obstacle number 1. For this one, I'm going to reset their sand nest and hide food at the bottom. First, I got to move all 1,000 of these guys into this transport container. This is going to take a while. Alright, got as many as I can. Look at these guys in here. Now I need to dump all the old sand out and reset the nest with fresh sand. Okay, so for the first obstacle, I'm hiding these massive dried mealworms at the very bottom. Drop them right at the bottom. Now I pack 20 centimeters of sand on top, packing it down nice and tight. They've got to dig through all of this to find the food. Fully packed. The food is like buried treasure right now. To pass this obstacle, the ants have to dig all the way down and actually find the mealworms. Let's do this. Wow, that is very satisfying watching 1,000 ants fall in here. Of course, immediately they're all trying to climb the walls and escape. Classic. But already some of them are starting to dig down. I literally just put them in like 45 seconds ago. Each individual grain of sand has to be picked up from underground, carried all the way to the surface, and dropped in that pile. I literally put these guys in like a minute ago and they've already dug half an inch. What? I set up a camera and let them work overnight. Let's see what they did. Bro, what? It's been literally 8 hours. How did they build an entire city? And remember the mealworms I buried at the bottom? Yeah, they found those too. The whole colony swarmed them. They're just shredding these things apart. They found the food. That means they passed obstacle number 1. Congratulations, guys. You did it so fast I didn't even catch it on camera. But this next obstacle is going to be way harder. Because the next one is the tightrope of doom. The ants have to walk across this extremely narrow tightrope over a pit filled with fire and flames. Oh, I gotta put that out. Yep. Okay, that's out. No, I'm just kidding. That would be crazy. These are literally my pets. But I am going to trap them if they fall. I know you can't see this stuff since it's invisible, but basically when an ant walks on this wall now, it just slides off. Now I'm putting these insect legs on the far platform. To pass, the ants have to pick one up and bring it back across the tightrope. If even one ant can get a leg back across this tightrope they pass, I honestly think this might be impossible. So I've got this tubing connected from the nest to the starting platform. Let's unplug it and let them in. There's 1,000 ants in there, so you can't keep them away for a second. Took like 10 seconds for the first one to show up. First ants are out. They're checking out the platform, just walking around the edge. And there they go. They're just walking off the edge and slipping off. Come on, guys. What are you doing? The rope is right there. Bro, the pit is getting absolutely filled up. None of them are going on the rope. Okay, this is definitely my fault. I think I need to fix something. Let me make that tightrope a little more inviting. First thing I'm doing is taping 2 extra strings to the tightrope to make it thicker. Should make them feel way safer. And I'm rubbing this insect jelly on the rope so it smells like food. Hopefully this makes them want to walk on it. Let me get all these guys out of the pit first and put them back. Alright, thicker rope, jelly smell. Let's see if this changes anything. There we go! First worker is actually stepping onto the rope. And there's another one. And another. They can smell the jelly. It's getting kind of crowded. They're literally hanging from each other's legs because there's too many on the rope at the same time. And there goes like 5 of them at once. These guys are not great at saving their friends. But wait, one of them actually made it to the other side. First ant to cross the tightrope. Now he just has to grab a leg and bring it back. Come on, buddy. They're right there. And he's completely ignoring them. A few more ants made it across. Still nobody's interested in the legs. Come on, guys. Wait, this one's actually biting one of the legs. He's interested. That leg's way too big for him by himself. And for some reason, none of the other ants are helping. But this guy's got a mission. He just walked over to one of the smaller legs. One he can actually carry. He picked it up. He's actually carrying it. Oh my gosh. He's going for the rope. With the leg in his mouth. This is insane. Oh no, he almost fell. He's holding on by like 2 legs. Come on, bro. He saved himself. How did he not fall? Literally none of the other 1,000 ants decided to help this guy. He's doing this completely solo. He's just marching right past every ant in his way. This dude does not care. Oh my gosh. He made it. He's stepping onto the platform. This ant is insane. I gotta name this guy. His name is Anthony. We're probably never going to find Anthony again since they all look the same, but seriously, everyone spam some W's in the comments for Anthony. Anthony just passed obstacle number 2 for the entire colony. What a legend. Since they beat it, I'm giving the whole colony all the insect legs as a prize. Thanks, Anthony. All right. Got all the fallen soldiers out of the pit and back in the nest. These guys are ready for something even harder. Obstacle number 3. These ants are going to have to break into a vault. Yeah, like a robbery. I built this thing from scratch out of paper. Pretty good for a DIY bank vault if I say so myself. Gotta make it look official. And inside this vault, the absolute mother load of seeds. Now I gotta seal this shut. Hot glue should do the trick. Adding extra glue on every edge. This thing needs to be airtight. To pass this obstacle, the ants have to somehow get inside this sealed vault and find the seeds. Let's drop it in. They're all over it immediately. Every time something new goes in the nest, they have to investigate it. They're climbing all over it, but nobody's actually trying to break in. They don't even know the seeds are in there. Great. They're using it as a ladder to try to escape the enclosure. That's not exactly the plan. Okay, this is not exactly going to plan. They have no clue there's food in here. I kind of knew this might happen. That's why I came prepared with this. Sugar water. Ants absolutely lose their minds over this stuff. I'm painting the whole vault with sugar water. This should make them want to chew through it. And it'll make the paper soggy so they actually can.
Okay,
Just absolutely soaking this thing. Let's put it back in.
now.
Oh boy. Way more interested this time. Look at them swarm it. But they're just licking it. They're licking the sugar off the paper. That's not what I had in mind. They're getting their fill of sugar, but not a single one is trying to chew through. Come on, guys. The seeds are right inside. Wait. There's a hole. When did that get there? And the ant just walked inside. He's in the vault with a jackpot of seeds. Oh my gosh. This ant's colony has no clue how much he just clutched up for them. Wait, imagine if this is Anthony, the same ant from the tightrope. Let me get the extra ants off so we can check inside. Let me cut this open and see if the ant actually made it to the seeds. Yep, he's in there, sitting on a pile of seeds like he owns the place. Obstacle 3, beaten by a single ant. Again, let's give the colony the entire seed haul. The colony is hauling all the seeds underground. The colony has gotten so much food from these obstacles. Look at how much they've stored down there. Before the final obstacle, I gotta tell you guys, the merch is actually really awesome. We've got the animal plushies, stickers, all that stuff. Link is in the description if you want to grab it. But anyways, I've been saving the craziest obstacle for last. This one is going to test how smart these ants actually are. Obstacle number 4, the final one. The floor is lava. These red strips are extremely sticky double-sided tape. If the ants try to walk on this, they're getting stuck. If the ants want to get to this strawberry on the other side, they have to figure out how to cross the lava. But I'm giving them some tools this time. A pile of dirt, some string, and wood chips. Let's see if they're smart enough to use these to cross. To pass, at least one ant has to cross the sticky tape and make it to the strawberry. Let's do this. Dumping them in. Let's see what happens. And immediately tons of them are walking straight onto the tape. Oh man, they're stuck. Their legs are just completely glued down. Don't worry, guys. I'll be watching them, and any ant that gets super stuck, I'll pick them up with tweezers so they don't get hurt. Now let's see if any of them are smart enough to use the tools I gave them. Wait, look down here by the dirt. They're actually pushing dirt onto the tape. They're building a little dirt bridge. If they keep going, they could actually walk across the whole thing. It's working, but it's super slow. They've covered like 2 centimeters and they still have 30 to go. But while I was watching the dirt bridge, I just noticed an ant is walking across the tape, like ignoring the stickiness. How is this guy just powering through? His legs must be insanely strong. He's almost at the end. He's at the very end, but he's having trouble pulling himself off the tape onto the clean floor. He's off. Oh my gosh, bro. I didn't even see this ant until just now. He just walked across the entire thing. He made it to the strawberry. That's it. That's fair and square. Obstacle 4 passed. Why is it the past 3 obstacles? It's been one single ant that clutches it for the entire colony. These guys are terrible as a team, but individually, insane. But I gotta give credit to the ones building the dirt bridge too. That was actually genius. They just ran out of time. Alright, gotta get all these guys off the tape so they're safe. Got them all. Back to the nest you guys go. You guys beat it. Here's your strawberry. These ants just beat all 4 obstacles. Every single one. I'm honestly pretty impressed. They dug through 20 centimeters of sand overnight to find hidden food. One ant, Anthony, solo carried an insect leg across a tightrope over a pit of doom. One ant found a hole in a sealed vault and robbed it blind, and one ant just walked straight through impossible sticky tape like it was nothing, while the others were building a dirt bridge. Since they beat everything, I'm giving them a brand new home. Check this out. It's way more compact, it's got a little outworld on top, and it's just a lot more optimal for them. Time to move them into their new home. Look at them checking it out. They're already going into the channels. Hopefully you guys were entertained and learned something new about ants. These things are way smarter than people think. If you like this video, hit subscribe. I do stuff like this all the time. And remember, the merch is in the description if you want it. But yeah, have a good day. Jet says goodbye to everybody. Say bye, Jet.